Now that you're here, just leave everything outside. The kind of person that you are, the kind of success you've achieved, and the kind of problems that you have. Just come in as a human being. Welcome to MadMan. It is really amazing that I do not have a single dislike on my videos yet. So I have 100% likes. Now, I cannot judge my content with the information that I have that is 100% likes. I mean, I can easily say that I must be making a really great content because I do not have a single dislike. But I know from the experience on YouTube that if you do not have a dislike, then it means that only your friends, only people that you know are watching your content. So guys, please share my videos if you like him, and I want to see more and more dislikes on them. Now, having said that, goes without saying that the topic for today is don't stop judging. Now, when we say don't judge, what do we actually mean? What we mean is don't have an idea of someone which is considered bad in the society or which is considered not preferable in the society. So let me tell you a story that happened to me. So I went to a gas station to buy a can of Red Bull, and to my surprise the Red Bull was priced at $4.25. I only had $4 cash and I didn't have any credit card or anything on me. So the cashier was really nice and she actually just made me pay the $4 that I had, and she told me that I could pay the remaining 25 cents whenever I come there the next time. And I came out of the gas station really excited. I was like, damn, this is the kind of cashier, I want in every gas station that I go to. A few minutes later, my friend goes to the same gas station to buy a pack of cigarette, and he walks out of the gas station really furious. I asked him what happened, and he said that while walking out of the gas station, he greeted goodbye to the cashier and she did not say anything. And he was like, the cashier is really rude and all those things. I mean, any average person in that scenario would have probably advised him that he should not judge the cashier on the basis of that particular event because she could be having a bad day. She could be having her own problems at job and all those things. And this is what the society tells you not to do. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, even at the first place, when I thought the cashier was really nice, I was making a judgment at her through the piece of information that I had, which is she helping me get the can of Red Bull by paying 25 cents short of the actual price. We think that only my friend who thought that the cashier was rude because of whatever reasons he had, only that is judgment. But no, absolutely not. Even me thinking that the cashier was really nice based off whatever piece of information that I had, even that is judgment. So let's take a look at it like this. Judgment is a kind of security for us. If you do not have any information to judge with about a person, then he is a stranger to you. You don't want to talk to him. You don't know what kind of person he is. Now you know his name, you know his age, you know where he works. Now, through that information, he is not a total stranger to you. Now, the more information you gather about him, and through that information, if those information fit as your concepts of right things or good things, then he becomes more of a friend, the person you kind of are not scared to be around. Now, if the information that you know about the other person is more on the bad side on your concept, then you looking through those information probably don't want to be around that person. So we are really looking at every single person through the images we have of them, because that is the only way we know. And it is not that we look at other people through those images, it is that we look at ourselves through those images. So we're not only judging the people around us, but we're also judging ourselves through the image that we have of us. But if we look at it, can we really not judge someone? Can we really do that? See, whatever situation that we are in, the only thing that we are using is our intellect, which is just a bundle of images, experiences, and all those things stored just like in a memory card. So if that is the only thing we're using at every single situation, then there is really no other way than judging in the society that we're living in. So basically what I'm trying to say is the only thing that we know is judging, right? Let me tell you a story that happened with me. So I got a chance to come to New York in 2014, and one of my friends who had already been there, he told me that a black guy snatched his wallet in Times Square. So now, the only piece of information that I have of a black guy is that, which is snatching a wallet from my friend. Now, the first time I came to New York City, every black guy I saw in the street, I was cautious, because that's the only piece of information that I had. And obviously later I came to the States to do my bachelor's, and I had so many black friends and all those things, and only then every single information that I gathered falsified my initial piece of information, that is snatching a wallet. But if we really look at it, that was the only piece of information that was in my intellect of a black guy, and every black guy that I was looking at, I was looking through that piece of information. So we cannot really function without judging, because we have to judge the environment, we have to judge every single place that we're in based on the information that we have up until that moment of time. That is the only way we know how to function. We look at things through the piece of information that we have. So it's like we're wearing a glass with green filter. Now when we wear that glass, everything we see outside is green, right? But the society is telling us you should not see green. And what we're trying is we're trying to give all kinds of reasons for us to not to believe that whatever we're seeing is green. But the basic thing that we forget is that we're looking through a green glass, and that's the only way we know how to look. So judging is not really the problem. The actual problem is if we don't do these two things. First, if we are not mindful that whatever kind of conclusion that we are making of another person or thing or whatever, it is through the limited piece of information that we have of that person or thing. And the second thing is, if we are not willing to change the piece of information that we have as we get to know more about that thing or person or whatever. So basically two things. One, being mindful that whatever kind of conclusion you're making is through the limited piece of information that you have. And the second, be willing to change the piece of information that you have as you acquire more knowledge about that person or thing. Because the second point is what creates a lot of problems. So usually in relationships, so when a boy and a girl meet, they have kind of created an image of each other, right? And on the basis of that, they decide whether the other person is compatible with me or not. Now, the main thing that we forget is human beings are constantly changing. What I mean by that is, I'm not the same person that I was 1 year ago, because now I have more piece of information. Or in other words, whatever concept that I had of what is right and what is wrong 1 year ago is not the same now. So naturally, the way I behave is different than how I did 1 year ago. But couples really don't want to accept that. You see this everywhere, that a couple are arguing with each other, telling that they are not the same person that they were when they first met. I mean, they cannot be. It's not possible, right? Because you're dealing with new things every single day, you're adding new information, and you're changing the concepts of right, concepts of wrong. So to conclude the topic for today, don't stop judging, but be mindful that whatever kind of conclusions that you're making is through the limited piece of information. And second, always be willing to change to the piece of information that you initially have. Having said that, Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your love and support. As always, have a great and wonderful day.